Hello everyone, it is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in West Virginia, and I've been doing another little project, and I just kind of got started back on Sephira here. I want to kind of show you what I did. Forgot to turn the camera on, so I got my side pieces here to make up my body. I went ahead and spread out some Tight Bond original wood glue here on it. Use this little chunk of wood as a spreader, and we've got to get this set on there. Get this set in place. I want the top level. The bottom is going to kind of run a bit long. So what I need to do is get this thing to where I can clamp it. We're going to throw a clamp on here. Got a bunch of glue there on the top. Oh, there we go. Got to get this back over here and get this lined up so we can get some clamps on it. Once I get this other clamp in, we should be in good shape. Then we will have a little more control of it. Now then, I can set this thing up here, and I can take another clamp. Make sure this stays level. Some water right here. Kind of clean some of that smooge out as Ben calls it. Get a couple more clamps on this quickly. I'm going to put this one right down there. That'll keep it together that way. Then we'll put another one up and under to keep it in place. And one more across the top. Make sure all the clamps are tight. The back smooge, we don't care. We're going to be sanding that anyhow, so we'll get that cleaned up when we go to sand and contour the body. So this is what I have. I have the neck and one part of the body laid out there. Always look at your wood, because this has a lot of rough spots on it, but this part up here is really nice, and it's just where they run it through their planer. It just wasn't cleaned down real good. Like I said, I always check them anyhow, and that's why that piece is out there, because we're gonna do some cutting and carving, and it isn't gonna matter. We'll let this sit up for probably about 8 to 10 hours. This is our body and half of our body and our neck. So not scaring anybody by leaving it sit there like that. Yeah, boy. Looks good from here. Got a good bond, I believe. Yep, we'll be able to sand that down and get that bad boy going. Now, I gotta go over and get some longer clamps. These are not gonna be long enough. We're not gonna do a whole lot today. We're just gonna go ahead and glue up this other side and let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow we will we'll be able to do our thing. Get this thing. Okay. First things first is let's make sure we're good and oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Let's that looks good. That looks real good. Yep, I think once we get that glued in, that'll be perfect. So let's get our clamps over here. But I think this will work. Okay, let's actually just move those back here out of the way. Let's get our surface area here prepped. Just making sure that we don't have any high spots or debris or anything. Now that looks really good. Let's check this side. Actually, this one right here. Those guys up there do a fantastic job with prepping this wood. I have had zero issues with anything that I get from them. So here goes. Step one, open the glue. A liberal amount. Now let's I need a little chunk or scrap of wood. Here we go. Okay, so now we're going to put this on there. I'm actually going to lay this over on its back when I do this, because I want this part of it. Should have a little squeeze out, but not a huge amount, because you don't want a dry, joint. Dry joint's worse than, is almost as bad as having too much. So we got a little bit of squeeze out there. That's good. That's manageable. We had good coverage. So now we've got this monstrosity. Got a little bit of squeeze out here around the neck, a little bit here. I bet if we picked this up and turned it over, we'd have a little bit there. It's okay. You want a little bit, that's what I'm saying. Let's just kind of take a peek at it and see. Yep. We've got a little bit of squeeze out in there. That's all good. That is all good. Let's flip this bad boy up and take a quick peek. Yep. Exactly what we want. Just kind of cleaning these joints up here. Just makes it easier later down the line. Not have to take a razor knife or whatever and chisel, try to clean that all up. So that's all good. All right. We will let that sit overnight. And then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll throw our pattern on there. Actually, we'll start with our pickups and our trim low. We'll get that stuff all laid out. We'll get our pickup ring, our custom pickup ring done. We'll route out for our control cavities. I should be able to get two cavities out of this one piece. We'll just have to work on that and get the design we want. I think I know I'm going to go with an L for the controls, for the volume, tone, and slide switches, and the push button for our other objects that we're putting in here. We've got a couple different controls to put in. We'll get that all done, get it ready to roll. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. We'll start up in the morning.